All right, this is Crypto, where we defy tyranny. We finally got our pullback that I've been talking about, and it's not as bad so far as I thought, but I definitely called it yesterday. I mean, this level right here is very likely that's actually the breakdown of the descending wedge or the rising wedge of the Bitcoin price. And that's complete now. So the question is now, do we follow my little squiggly line and come on down and consolidate for a few more months till spring, or do we hold support here and come on up? I don't know why it's actually doing that. Yeah, hold support and come on up, which is, I'm actually looking at a fractal right now of 2019 or 2018, 2019. I'll take a look at that right quick. But just looking at the indicators, the 4-hour stochastic RSI is bottomed out, and it's looking like it'll probably come back up. So we'll probably get a bounce of some kind at the very least. Hourly is done, exhausted. 3 hour, 2 hours, probably the same. Kind of gives you an idea. We're probably going to get a little bounce before anything else happens. Let's look at the daily. The daily is crossing back down. Now I wonder if we're going to stay up here for a little leg longer, kind of like here, or are we going to come on down? So we will see. No way of knowing for sure, but I want to look at this fractal. Oopsie. This fractal here, just very interesting. Look at the daily chart. Oopsie. It's very similar to what we have going on right now. So we had this crazy rally, and no one's really kind of believing what's going on, and very similar to what we have just had. We had a rising wedge, and it fell down out of it, back to that same sort of point. It's just very reminiscent. We had the wedge. Why is it doing that? Yeah, we had the wedge, came up. Whatever. This thing can come on up. For some reason, the computer's not being very responsive. But it did the Fibonacci retracement. Came on up to the tie. It's pretty similar. We actually crashed below it just a little bit more. But it held and then it went back up. And you zoom out and see what kind of rally that it had from there. It went crazy. Now, if we get a similar rally to that point, we're going to extrapolate this. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but I think it's sort of likely that it will happen to a partial degree. So, yeah, let's take the measuring tool out. Price range from where we are right now, projected to say a crazy top like that. This is 178, 170% rally from here would be insane. Now I want to be conservative and say, hey, let's say we come up to this level, which would be it'd be insanely great, and we go 75%. Okay, here we go 75%. Let's take it. Move on out. I think this is the most likely scenario. There's a lot of bearish news and stuff. And I think people are. See, I'd already kind of looked at it before. That's the previous. Yeah, this is the really bullish case. This is the less bullish, but it shows you we'd come up to the 24, 25K level, which this inverse head shoulders is already printing, probably. And the longer projection is saying 35, 36K. I think that's really likely. And then if we, from there, the retracement of that would be, let's see where we're at. Just gonna try to see roundabout. Okay, let's say right there. Retracement of 0.78 retracement would be 23K, 26K. If we go up to 35K, which would be absolutely insane, the retracement could be 23K, 24K, or really even 20K, close to it. I'm feeling like that's very likely. Now the even more bullish case, if we repeat what the 2018-2019 bull market did, we'd be coming up to 56,000. And I'm not going to sit here and say that's going to happen. I think that's less likely to happen, at least in that time frame. I think maybe by the end of the year that's possible. Certainly by the beginning of next year, 2024. So like in this range right here. But, I'm really seeing more bullish momentum. I don't think people have as much faith in this rally. I think they're going to keep on consolidating, which is also possible. But I just that's kind of where my head's at. Do we consolidate more on a longer scale all the way till spring and then go, or do we start going now? And I think that would take a lot of people by surprise. And we had a good inflation reading today. Microsoft reported some bad numbers. But apparently Tesla has some good ones. Kind of a mixed read. And the next couple months are probably going to be kind of still dreary a little bit. But maybe not. And if we get some good news to the XRP case, Voyager, Celsius, any kind of good news in any of those situations, we're going to start getting the bulls out. And there was a lot of negative news today with the Fed, the Justice Department coming out speaking against NFTs and bad actors and so. I think they have good intentions, whatever. But normally that would put a lot of selling pressures on the markets. Then we got a little bit of selling pressure, but it wasn't really that bad. So I guess with that said, I think my worst case is that we go sideways like we've been going for the last 3 or 4 months, 6 months really. The worst case, we come up, come down, work on this inverse head and shoulders, come down to 17.8, as bad as 17.8, maybe even 17K. That'd be like a wick probably, but I think we consolidate more and then shoot off, or we do a fractal of the 2018-2019 and push up quicker than we thought, up to 25K minimal, maybe 28 to 30K. That's what I'm thinking. That's where my head's at. So, but also ultimately still great accumulation zones. Personally, I'm just I set up 10 or 15 cryptos that I'm just dollar cost averaging every week, and I'm just gonna sit back and relax and let the market come to me. 2023 will be the year of building and recovery, and then 2024 is going to be an exciting horse race to kind of bet on. It might go into 2025. Not sure about that though. Can't be too sure about that. But these are all interesting things. Let's see what else we got going on. I think the dollar continued to. I don't know. I think the dollar actually increased in its value today against all the other assets. That's also part of the reason why we're seeing some bleed on a lot of stocks. The stock market did pull back today pretty heavily. It's not completely terrible yet, but it's not great. Let's see if we can find the Dixie. I usually have the Dixie chart somewhere in here. There we go. Actually, see, Dixie went up. Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot at all, actually. It looks still really weak. But we could get a big push up, but interesting, we fell down this resistance. If we can't get back above, I don't want the dollar to really get stronger. But if we can't get above that, we're just going to tumble down to the next level of support, which is going to be here. Yeah, that's a pretty strong level right here. And then, if I can get it somewhere in there. And yeah, and from there, this is even stronger layer of support. take a look at that on the weekly. Just curious what that looks like. Yeah, I think this is a very like. Yeah, it just doesn't look good for the dollar index. And then what else we got going on? Yeah, altcoins are doing their pullback. This is a bullish pullback so far, regardless. Now things would change if we don't hold some of these levels. In particular, if you were going to be a bear, and like, what would you want to see if you wanted the price to go down and really get bearish? If we broke the 19K level and then the 17.5, yeah, that would be very bad. Well, like ultimately, you break 16 to 17K, you break this level. Oh yeah, that'd be real bad. But right now we're creating a bullish structure, and I think that's really bullish. So, crypto fear and greed still at 52. Again, the VPVR bands are the 19, 18, and 19K level. We really want to hold those levels. What we want is the crypto market to get kind of boring, and then people may start questioning it, and then it starts popping off again in spring. But we can have a big pop off now first. So it's going to be interesting to see how aggressive this wedge plays out. Does it come on up here quick, or does it take a while and then build? We had a pretty nasty year last year. A lot of over fear, perhaps. And if we get some good positive news, then maybe that fear will be subsided. So, hang in there. Keep on keeping on. Right. I think the layer ones are going to be big plays. There's a lot of talk about layer ones and DeFi. Layer ones like Atom. Solana has been getting a lot of negative feedback, and I think Solana is going to be like Ethereum of last cycle. Solana might be $1,000, $2,000 next cycle, and these prices are amazing. So, something to keep in mind. Near Protocol, Cardano. Just some of these are just the go-tos. I'm just going to stack all I can. That's me, though. Decentralization is the key. It's the key to the future of humanity. So we'll see what happens. Check back in tomorrow, and take care till then. Peace.